Good afternoon. We have a pretty quiet day across KELOLAND. Sunshine, light winds, and these temperatures are below normal. 76 are high Sioux Falls, 78 in Aberdeen, 83 in Pierre, and 86 in Rapid City with some isolated thunderstorms possible in southwestern South Dakota. Those should die down near sunset. Clear skies, light winds overnight. 53 Sioux Falls, 54 are low in Aberdeen, 62 in Pierre, and 59 in Rapid City. We have a couple chances of thunderstorms as we head into the weekend. We'll take a look at those coming up as we begin midday in KELOLAND.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, midday in KELOLAND.
Cooking up tastes from around the world will take you to a camp where kids are learning about food. Plus, as the November election draws closer, more campaigns are targeting voters through text. Why they can even hit phones on the do not call list, that's just ahead. Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. New this midday, a federal inmate housed at the Jamison Annex of the South Dakota State Penitentiary in Sioux Falls has died. The Department of Corrections says 39-year-old Andrew Gordon died yesterday. No cause of death has been listed. Gordon had been housed with the DOC for the U.S. Marshal Service since May. He's the 8th DOC inmate to die in 2024. People in Mitchell and beyond are mourning the loss of longtime lawman Lyle Swenson. The Davidson County Sheriff's Office posted on its Facebook page that Swenson passed away yesterday. Swenson served as the sheriff in the county for many years and was a U.S. Marshal until his retirement. After midday wraps up, I'll hit the road to Mitchell to learn more about his life and legacy. We'll have that report for you later tonight. Also today, we're getting a look at the proposed fee structure for the anticipated Westside Recreation Center in Sioux Falls. The City Parks and Recreation Department announced their planned rate fees this morning. KELOLAND's Kelly Volk will have a full breakdown on the proposed rates later today. In weather, it's a little chillier than we might typically expect for this time of year, Meg.
It really is. Our temperatures are about 10 degrees below normal, at least here in eastern KELOLAND. We have sunshine, light winds, but sitting at 74 degrees here in Sioux Falls. That is on the cool side. Now, as we head around the region, it is a little bit warmer in western South Dakota. Sunshine, light winds there in Rapid City, 82 degrees right now. Here is a look at those current temperatures. We are closer to normal again in western South Dakota, cooler here in eastern KELOLAND. Only 67 degrees in Brookings, 68 in Marshall, Ortonville, and in Aberdeen. 78 in Pierre, 81 in Phillip, and 76 in Custer. Our winds are very light right now at 5 to 15 miles an hour. We'll keep those winds light as we head through the rest of today, into tonight, even into tomorrow. We have a couple clouds working their way through KELOLAND. Nothing is coming out of those clouds as we head into this afternoon. Now, we do have a risk of severe weather in extreme southwestern South Dakota. This is a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong winds and small hail if one of those isolated thunderstorms does pop up. Otherwise, for today, sunshine, light winds, 76 are high Sioux Falls, 78 in Aberdeen, 83 in Pierre, and 86 in Rapid City. We'll keep things quiet as we head overnight tonight with those clear skies and light winds. 53 are low Sioux Falls, 54 in Aberdeen, 62 in Pierre, and 59 in Rapid City. Tomorrow is going to be a couple of degrees warmer. We'll keep our winds light, mostly sunny skies. 79 Sioux Falls, 84 in Aberdeen, 88 in Pierre, and 92 in Rapid City with another chance of some isolated thunderstorms. We'll take a closer look at what you can expect with those. Plus, these cooler temperatures stick around into next week, and we'll take a look at that with your 7 days coming up.
Thank you, Megan. Plum's Cooking Company in downtown Sioux Falls hosts dozens of classes and camps each summer. Today, 10 teenagers are learning about the cuisine of Latin America during Flavors of the World Camp. The list of teens includes 13-year-old Fanta. She's one of 4 students from Axtell Park School who received an invitation to camp following a fundraising event in May.
They got to choose which ones they wanted to be a part of. So we had 3 that decided to do the baking camp, which they really enjoyed. And then we have 1 student right now doing the Flavors of the World camp.
The fundraiser actually generated enough money for 5 kids to attend camp, but Axtell Park is hanging on to 1 invite until next summer. We're going to tell you how the culinary camp benefits the kids later tonight. Baseball is known as America's pastime, with many smaller communities grabbing onto the sport. In Lake Norton, the town has the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Hall of Fame, a baseball-themed restaurant, and numerous teams. The sport has been prominent in the town for around 100 years.
There wasn't a lot to do back then, and people played baseball, and it never died here. And you have the people that want to keep it going, and that's the hardest part about small town baseball is you got to have the people and the community behind it to keep it going, otherwise it dies out.
Tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, our summer rider shot, will take us to Lake Norton to learn about the Hall of Fame, prominent baseball figures from town, and why the sport is such a pivotal part of this community. Nationally, the November election is still about 4 months away, but millions of Americans are already getting texts from political campaigns asking for support and donations. Those texts even hit phones on the do not call list. David Wade tells us why.
Madison Medina won't be able to vote for 3 years. Still, the 15-year-old's phone has been blowing up with messages from politicians.
They want me to vote. They want me to send money. It's a lot. They ask me for a lot.
Spend 2 minutes talking to people and you'll realize they are fed up.
Oh, just delete them.
It piles up, and it's both sides of the aisle. I think they just want to be your friend.
There are other ways to do that.
A call blocking service called RoboKiller says in 2022, Americans received a record 15 billion political texts, an average of 50 messages for every phone in the country. And 2024 is gearing up to be an even bigger year. So how is this allowed? All right, so what exactly are the rules here? Well, unfortunately, political phone calls and text messages are exempt from the do not call list. However, the FCC says in order to send text messages to your mobile phone, they have to have prior consent. But they don't have to have your consent if the text message is actually typed in by a real person. But they can't send it without your prior consent if they're using auto dial technology. You're right, that is confusing. Especially befuddling, you never gave them consent, right? Are you sure? Cybersecurity expert Peter Tran says somewhere along the line you almost certainly did.
If you've used your number in any type of online ordering or any type of marketing or any type of social media platform, those simple end user agreements may have in fine print that they may also share your phone number with other service providers.
And Tran says these texts can be a scam. Never click on any link.
I don't know why they keep texting me.
Meanwhile, Madison just keeps deleting, waiting to tell candidates how she feels when she can finally vote in 2028. David Wade, CBS News, Boston.
Experts say you can unsubscribe from text by replying with the word stop, and you can block the number 2. Still ahead.